Hello and welcome to the stream, everybody. Tonight we're gonna do Call of Duty World at War Nazi Zombies and a ROM hack called Zelda 64 Cursed Mansion. Not super sure what Zelda 64 Cursed Mansion is, if it's going to be like a little one-off ROM or if it's a whole ass adventure. I don't know. We're gonna see when we get to it. But first, we're gonna play Nazi Zombies. This is what makes World at War so revisitable to me. When I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to play a ton of first-person shooters. This game right here, COD WA, specifically the Nazi Zombies mode, was my first real experience playing an FPS game. I remember first playing it at a friend's birthday party in like 7th grade. Didn't play a ton of first-person shooters as a kid, like I said. Mostly it was Nintendo and Sega stuff, but when I saw my friend's Xbox 360 at this birthday party and they were all playing COD WA Nazi Zombies mode, and I was so unfamiliar with first-person shooters that when they handed me the controller, I was like, how do I shoot? Because it's the right trigger. And me growing up playing platformers, you use the face buttons and everything to run and jump and stuff. I was like, these controls don't make any sense. So this mode would go on to make a reappearance in Black Ops and I think Call of Duty Ghosts and the later COD games. I fell off of this series after Black Ops 2, to be honest. Ghosts was the last Call of Duty game that I played, but it sucked, so that one doesn't matter. But there was a time when Call of Duty, these games were good. The multiplayer was good, the survival mode in like MW3 was great, Nazi Zombies was great, the campaigns were great. Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1 and 2, these games were kick-ass, and then they really started milking them in the mid to late 2010s, and I totally fell off the series after Call of Duty Ghosts. The new games could be good, for all I know, but I wouldn't know. I haven't played them. But yeah, Nazi Zombies mode, let's get into this. I don't know why my name on here is Junkie Rattata. That's not my Steam name. That's not my Steam name. I don't know if that's just like a weird pre-randomized name or what. But yeah, I'm playing the PC version. And with most first-person shooters, you're actually better off playing mouse and keyboard because it's way more accurate than with the controller and the analog sticks. But with Call of Duty, it kind of feels weird to play it with mouse and keyboard. I'm so used to the Xbox controller layout. It's ubiquitous with Call of Duty. But we got a couple maps. We're going to start out with Noctur Untoden and check out the other maps as well. Noctur Untoden is the only one that I remember. And I think the furthest I ever made it was round 8 or 9. Because old COD WA Nazi Zombies is hard. Making it to round 30 in the newer COD Zombies games is like par for the course. But in World at War, making it past round 10 in Nazi Zombies is like insane. You drove them deep into the heart of the Reich. You thought they were dead. You were wrong. Let's go. Let's get into it. I haven't played Nazi Zombies in a minute. I played survival mode on MW3 recently to capture B-roll footage. Sensitivity is a bit high. Let me see if I can turn that down. Yeah, I played a little bit of the survival mode to capture B-roll footage for the, I think it was the indie game video. Either that or the Roy J. No, it was the indie game video. If I can turn this down just a little bit more. It's still crazy high. But this is the first iteration of Nazi Zombies in Call of Duty. Okay, that's way better. Wow. I think Black Ops 1 had the best Zombies mode with Keener Dotoden. I think that was the name of the map. That map was awesome. But if you're unfamiliar with Nazi Zombies or Call of Duty, well, Call of Duty is a first-person shooter series, no duh. But Nazi Zombies is a survival mode where you have to barricade the barracks, you gotta hunker down, fight zombies. And if I'm lucky, if I get good RNG here, we can get the ray gun from the mystery box. Once you get the ray gun, you're pretty much sitting pretty. But this mode is so much fun. I have some really good memories of playing local Nazi Zombies with my friends back in middle school. I played a little bit of Call of Duty over Xbox Live. Oh, I forgot there was a window here. I was really bad. I was really, really freaking bad. I mean, I still am. I'm pretty bad at first-person shooters, just in general, but Call of Duty was kind of my bread and butter as a kid. It was like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 1 and 2, and Black Ops 1 and 2, and Halo 2 and 3. Those were my most played FPS games as a kid. So I grew up with the more linear military FPS games, not the Doom and Quake PC FPS games, the arena shooters of the 90s. Because I wasn't alive back then. But I appreciate arena shooters. Quake 1 is my favorite FPS ever made. I freaking love Quake 1. I appreciate arena shooters. I appreciate Doom and the new rise of like boomer shooters, as the kids call them. But GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Call of Duty, Halo, the more linear console FPS games, this is what I played when I was growing up. I think they have their strengths and weaknesses. You're never gonna get lost in Halo or Call of Duty like you do in friggin' Doom 2 especially. Remember watching your cousin play this when you were younger? It's still worth going back to. It's still a lot of fun. I don't know how far we're gonna make it, but I'm gonna do my best. They ratcheted up the ridiculousness with each subsequent game that Nazi zombies appeared in. I think they only appeared in the Treyarch games. Because, what was it? Infinity Ward did like the survival mode stuff. I might have it backwards, but I'm pretty sure there were two Call of Duty developers. There was Infinity Ward and Treyarch. And one of them was Nazi zombies, one of them was like survival mode. I might be getting them mixed up. Where'd that guy go? It feels so weird to play Call of Duty with a mouse and keyboard. Like, to me, the Xbox 360 controller is so ubiquitous with Call of Duty. Also, the zombies can kill you so friggin' easy in this game. Like, one or two swipes and you're dead. Whereas in the later games, they got more fast-paced and ridiculous. This one's all about survival. I hear them. Have they gotten in yet? Yep. Hey, buddy. Ooh, ×2? Double the points. Is there no announcer in this game? I don't know why I turned into Super Mario for a second. Isn't there no announcer? Oh, mamma mia. Let me tell you, it is way easier aiming with a mouse and keyboard in an FPS game. But it feels wrong, you know? It feels wrong. I opened this path up. There are multiple different paths that you can open up, but I think it costs money. Yeah, there we go. And when you open up more paths, it opens up more guns and stuff. And basically, I'm just concerned about getting the mystery box. Low ammo. Hold up, I need more ammo. Is there a bazooka? I think you can get an RPG, yeah. I hope I can get the insta-kill. There are different upgrades and stuff that you can get. There's the nuke, which kills all the zombies on the map. There's double points, there's insta-kill. What I like about this is how arcadey it is. There we go. That's the insta-kill right there. Nukes all of the friggin' zombies. Like, this is straight up an arcade game from the 80s or 90s, but a first-person shooter. Zombies mode is so much fun. I need to pick up Black Ops 1 on Steam, so that way I can stream that too. Because in my opinion, Black Ops 1 Zombies was the best. You could say that Kino do Turden is Kino. I think it's Der Toden, but I keep saying Do Turden. That is not the name. Okay, where's the mystery box at? That's what I'm concerned about. I want the mystery box. There was a strat you could do called running a train on the zombies where you basically lure them and mow them down. I don't know if that's a viable strat in this game. Max ammo. You love to see it. It bears repeating, but I'm really bad at first-person shooter games. I'm awful at FPS games, but I love them. There's another game I plan on streaming this month as like a one-off called Sniper Elite Zombie Army, which was kind of like a competitor to Call of Duty Nazi Zombies, but it was a third-person shooter. This seems like the type of game to be fun in VR. It probably would be. I don't know if that exists. I know Resident Evil 4 got a VR port. Get off me! Where's the mystery box at? Ooh, insta-kill? Oh, I'm gonna squander that, because I think the round is about to end. I'll switch to my pistol. Insta-kill. Look at that. One pop with the pistol and they explode. That was a bad time to get insta-kill, though, because I think I've cleared out most of the zombies in this wave. There's probably only 1 or 2 left. But let me tell you, the 7th generation of gaming, 360, PS3, Wii, this was the last era of video game couch co-op local multiplayer. Couch co-op kind of died after the 7th gen. It only really exists nowadays with like indie games. But back in the day, couch co-op, local multiplayer, that was the shit. And what's funny is Call of Duty kind of held it down in terms of local multiplayer for a long time. I don't think the newest, brand new COD games do that anymore, but even during the PS4, Xbox One era, the Call of Duty games usually had some form of local multiplayer. But for me, I was all about the campaign. Playing the story mode of these games and getting like sucked into the narrative. But when I played online, I would usually play Gun Game or Sticks and Stones or One in the Chamber, the super fun arcadey modes. One in the Chamber was a lot of fun. That mode was awesome. Is this a mystery? Where's the mystery box at? I hear him hurgling. Hey, buddy. Give me one moment, bud. I'm trying to find this dang mystery box. Oh, here it is. Okay, so the mystery box will give you a random weapon. And of those weapons, you can get the ray gun, which is like the most fun, OP, super powerful weapon in the game. But it's expensive, so I'm gonna save up a little bit. Try and save up. But this is the definitive map for Nazi Zombies. I think Black Ops 1 is the definitive overall experience. It really refined the gameplay loop. But this map in particular, this is the so good. The dreary vibe of it, the fog outside, the spookiness. This is my favorite Zombies map. I forgot how slow-paced the original Nazi Zombies experience was. I don't mind it though, because it's, again, it's super fun and arcadey. I hear him behind me. Oh! See, I'm already almost dead. I got hit once. Remember, switching weapons is faster than reloading. They cornered me. They pinned me. See, there's my initials, WMC. I don't know why my tag on here is Junkie Rattata, but I like Rattata. Would you say it's easy to learn how to play this mode? Oh yeah, you just survive. It's endless. I don't think it ever ends. It just keeps going. What is my grenade throw button? Controls. Combat. Melee attack is E or V. Grenade. G or middle mouse button. Special grenade. 4 or H. Okay, G and H are my grenades. We're gonna check out the other maps now. Even though Nocturne Toden is the best one. Zombie Verdict. Electroshock therapy. Chemically engineered beverages. Hordes of undead Nazis. Find the power to unite and send them back to their graves. So some of these have missions. There's objectives and Easter eggs and stuff. I think this one, you just, yeah, something to do with turning the power on or something. Power will reunite you. Nocturne Toden is just endless survival mode. But the other ones have an objective. Oh, this is where we get Pack-a-Punch, right? Juggernog and Pack-a-Punch. I forgot about that. This kind of reminds me of BioShock a little bit. This environment. I don't know, Black Ops 1 had a good zombies mode. Maybe the best, but Black Ops 2 is pretty close as well, because Black Ops 2 had Transit, and Transit was a lot of fun. That map was friggin' huge.
I'm low on ammo.
Out of ammo. Got a rifle. Bolt action. That's no good. I can't hit for shit. Alright, I don't like this gun. It's bolt action and the sight is useless. We got 1,000 moolah. We got 1,000 dosh. How do I cut the power on? That looks conspicuous. Probably have to go in there. I always thought that zombie sounded like Homer Simpson. How am I so... I feel like this sight is getting in my way more than anything. I need a new gun. Hello? Is this thing on? I need a new gun. Black Ops, vampires instead of zombies. The enemies can fly and steal your health and heal. I like that. You should pitch that to Infinity Ward or Treyarch or whoever is still doing Call of Duty nowadays. Okay, power this way. I probably should save up a little bit so I don't run out of ammo. It's cool how the different maps had different objectives. And then if you just want to play survival mode, there's Nocturne Toden, which we'll go back to. I'm going to check out the other maps and then we'll go back and play more Nocturne Toden, because that was my bread and butter. Gonna reload.
Sweet!
That was a pretty good shot, right? That wasn't. Yeah, getting some Fallout vibes, but that's probably from like the 1940s. Americana, or I guess we're in Germany, but the machines, the vending machines and stuff, kind of remind me of Fallout. I ran right into him. I thought that was the explosion. I thought that was the insta-kill, like, nuke. Not ammo. We're gonna try that again. I was running into that thinking it was the nuke. But it was just max ammo. Okay, let's try that again. Azura, how does the audio sound, by the way? Should I turn it up or down? Let me know.
Shit! No power!
Shit! Holy shit! Was this the bolt action gun? No, it was this one, wasn't it? I don't want that. I don't have enough money for it. Shit. No power, no money. I got them both? Sweet. Give me this. Thank you. There's a big boy gun. For big boys.
Hell yeah!
We call him Donnie. He's the Jew Bear. Did you know in Inglourious Bastards, Adam Sandler was supposed to play the Jew Bear and not Eli Roth? That would have been a very different performance if they got Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler can do serious roles, though. Not even Uncut Gems, which is probably what most people's mind go to for serious Adam Sandler nowadays, but Punch Drunk Love, early 2000s romantic comedy. Punch Drunk Love rips my heart out. That is one of the handful of movies that will make me cry every time. That is my favorite Adam Sandler movie. Sniper. Still walking? Yeah, you're dead.
They're dead. Well, undead.
That's my favorite chapter of Conker's Bad Fur Day, the Van Helsing vampire undead zombie part, but it controls like shit. They made the controls a lot better in Call of Duty, Conker Live and Reloaded. Call of Duty, Conker's Bad Fur Day. I like this gun. This gun's a lot better than the bolt action rifle. This one pops their freaking head out open like a cabbage. Yeah, sometimes people look at me funny when I say Call of Duty used to be, like, they used to be amazing games. But back in the late 2000s, these games were so good, man. I have no idea how the new Call of Duty games fare. Genuinely. Because Ghosts was so disappointingly bad that I just fell off the series completely. Ammo. Who's screeching over here? Somebody's whiling out. Max ammo, nice. I didn't even need to buy the ammo. What is this pistol, a 22? This is the dinkiest pistol ever. Evor, hello? Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with my aim. I gotta lock in. have no game sense in first-person shooter games. I really don't. Okay. Can we turn the power on? If you run out of money, are you just screwed? Well, you can get money pretty easily, enough to buy ammo and stuff, but you do need money to buy more ammo, buy guns, progress, and open up new parts of the map. But that's, you know, it's survival mode. It's not like this is a huge-ass campaign. It's not like a big story mode game. You boot it up, you play it, see how long you survive, and then that's that. That being said, games can go on for hours depending on how good you are and what the objective of the map is. Go turn the power on, get that pack-a-punch. That's a random... Okay, I thought this was going to be where we turn the power on. I hear him hissing at me like a cat. This doesn't have a very large capacity magazine, though. That's the one downside with this gun. Okay, insta-kill? Is it worth pick? I guess. I'm pretty sure they despawn if you don't grab them, so you may as well. Even if it's inopportune. You get insta-kill, you switch to your pistol, you go to town. Okay. Insta-kill's wearing off. This looks like the power generating room, but press F for a random weapon? Oh. Idiot moment. Blind streamer moment. I want to peep out the mix board to make sure the game isn't too loud. Yeah, it looks good. Hopefully it's not too loud. Can I get a pack-a-punch? Double tap root beer. $2,000 for a root beer? They talk about inflation nowadays and the cost of living nowadays. Jeez Louise. Back in the 40s, you had to drop $2,000 on a root beer? Okay. I'm pretty sure that's the last zombie. I'm gonna go refortify the place. Get my money up. They break down the barriers so quickly. It's more worth it to rebuild them just to get some quick money. Okay. Juggernog. Where's the pack-a-punch? Was that in this game? Oh, jeez. Man, this is fun revisiting this game. When I was recording footage for Modern Warfare 3, the B-roll footage for my indie game video, I ended up playing survival mode for like 2 hours straight just because I was so hooked on it. Seems very fun. It's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, the old Call of Duty games never go on sale on Steam. Even though they're nearly 20-year-old games by now, which sucks because if they went on Steam for like $5 or so, I would totally recommend them. I mean, I still do recommend Black Ops 1 and 2 and COD WA and Modern Warfare 1 and 2 because they're all-time classics in my opinion. But they should go on sale. They never go on sale though, unfortunately. Homer Simpson's freaking out. He's tweaking. Get off me! Yeah, you can die so easily. They hit you once or twice and you're dead. like this map, though. I might even like this one a bit more than Noctur on Toden. All right, next map. Let's check it out. Shinonuma. Maggot-ridden corpses, bug-infested swamp, hundreds of undead Imperial army. Choose your tactic and defend your lives. This is a team-based one. Like I got friends and companions. Oh, this is like the jungle Vietnam hut from the Deer Hunter, where they play Russian roulette. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this jungle. King of the Jungle. Okay, well, it would seem I am in fact by myself for the time being. There's a really good series by Ahoy on YouTube who covers just guns in first-person shooter games. Like going over various different guns in FPS games and their real-life counterparts and the history of the arms manufacturers. It's pretty interesting stuff. I'm not a gun guy, really, but Ahoy makes some of the best videos on YouTube. I wouldn't say he's underrated because he has millions of subscribers, but good stuff. I think this was the same gun we were using last time, right? Ahoy did a really good video on Polybius, which is an arcade game that probably doesn't exist, but some people think it has ties to the CIA and the Men in Black and MK Ultra. It's a really fascinating video gaming urban legend. Probably totally fake, but if you're interested in that, check out Ahoy's video on Polybius. I hear the hurgling. This map also kind of reminds me of the tree hut levels from Turok. I'm glad I played Turok. That was a damn good game. It wasn't quite Quake with dinosaurs, how it was described to me as. Turok was always billed to me as Quake, but with dinosaurs, and it didn't quite feel or play super similar. It wasn't as, I don't know, maneuverable as Quake. Quake is a really fast-paced game.
Freak sack, you lose something?
Turok felt a bit more reined in, but Turok 1 was awesome. I wish the sequels had more dinosaurs, though. Turok 2 and 3 are more sci-fi, like alien shooty games. There aren't even any dinosaurs in Turok 2 and 3 from what I've heard, and that's like the whole point of Turok 1. It's an FPS with dinosaurs, and that was why Turok 1 was so good. You telling me the sequels ain't got no dinosaurs? What a ripoff. Hey, V-Love, how was the Limbo stream? I had to go run errands. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Nazi Zombies. What if you play... What if they made a Call of Duty game, but that you play as a COD? That would be kick-ass. Max ammo. Thank you.
Right.
I can't wait to check out Black Ops Zombies after this because, much like with this game, it has been a long-ass... I thought that was a zombie up there. It's been a long-ass time since I've played Black Ops. Yeah, Limbo, like, we were joking. Nuke. We were joking how Limbo is like one of those pretentious 2010s indie games like Braid or Fez, but it really doesn't... I don't get that vibe at all from it. I was just kind of being a dick. Limbo seems like a pretty cool indie game. It really is not comparable to Jonathan Blow or Braid or whatever. It's not nearly as pretentious of a... like, Braid just cracks me up when I think about it. And whenever I think about how people gassed it up so hard in the 2010s. Like, oh, Braid is the most beautiful cinematic platformer ever made. And it's just... oh, God. People ate that shit up back in the early 2010s. What if Super Mario Brothers was about depression and trauma? How about what if Super Mario Brothers was about Super friggin' Mario stomping Koopas? You were bored of Limbo? Yeah, Limbo's biggest sin seems to be it's just kind of not the most thrilling platformer. You can get artsy-fartsy with other genres, but I think I need to get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. I could have completely circumvented that death if I wasn't stupid. I think with a platformer, the moment you sacrifice the actual moment-to-moment gameplay for being artsy-fartsy and telling a narrative or whatever, you've lost the plot. You can do that in RPG Maker, like RPG games, first-person games. You can do that in point-and-click games, but the whole point of a platformer is running and jumping and silly fun. I don't think if you're making an indie game and you want to make a deep, bro, this is so deep indie game about trauma or whatever, you should probably not make it a platformer. I'm gonna do this map again because it's awesome. All of the maps in this game are great. Again, I think Black Ops 1 and 2 really refined the Nazi Zombies formula, but the maps in this game, okay, nothing will ever beat Transit from Black Ops 2. Transit was awesome. Getting on the bus and like running away from all the zombies, that was a lot of fun. But I don't know, the maps in this game are pretty gangster. Limbo has no story whatsoever. Visuals, I'm sure you could I didn't mean to toss a grenade, I meant to press F. You could probably extrapolate your own meaning and your own story out of Limbo if you wanted to, which is cool. I like when video games do that. They leave it up to the player to decide like what it's about. But Limbo, yeah, we were kind of dogging on it, comparing it to Braid, but it's not. It really is a remarkably unpretentious game compared to Braid or Fez. Okay. This time I'm not gonna throw a grenade at myself. I feel like you could find the biggest hater of Call of Duty, like completely indifferent to these games, completely 100% ambivalent to Call of Duty, and get them to play zombies and they would still have a blast. Nazi zombies and survival mode in MW3 are just so much fun. And I'm surprised how well the visuals hold up. They're very decidedly 7th gen. You take one look at this game and you're like, yeah, that came out during the 360 PS3 era, but it still holds up. This is a game from like 2009 or 2010. The visuals still look good. Fez 2 was canceled because Phil Fish got angry on Twitter. Yeah, Phil Fish seems like kind of a silly guy. Maybe a bit up his own ass. There's been a lot of video game creators that the perception of them have kind of changed because of social media. The guy who made Call of Duty, what's his name? Not Call of Duty. Why not Call of Duty? God of War. The guy who made God of War. David Jaffe. Apparently he had like a meltdown on social media and people hate him now or something, but that's happened a lot with video game creators just taking L's on social media and the public perception of them changing. Man, I wish I had somebody to play this with. It's really fun single player, but it's so much more fun multiplayer too. Like the single player Nazi Zombies experience is great, but you get a friend to play local co-op, 2 buddies on the couch. Oh man, it's so much fun. Yeah, I don't remember what he did or said, but apparently David Jaffe had like a meltdown or something. I think the internet is a cool thing, kind of a beautiful thing bringing us all together, but I genuinely, this is the most pseudo-intellectual, pretentious thing I rant and rave about, but I think social media is a friggin' plague. I think it's a miasma. I don't think it's good for your mental health to be constantly hearing bullshit from everyone. Like a non-stop feed of everyone's thoughts.
Fucking boom, freak bags!
The voice acting in this is great. Yeah, back in 2018, I deleted all of my social media, and I couldn't imagine, with the state of the internet being what it is now, getting back on Twitter. Like, God. But it's cool that my friends have Twitter because they can share with me like cool ROM hacks and fan games and stuff. Because usually that stuff gets announced on Twitter and nowhere else, and I would be none the wiser. Jaffy Duck.
Suffering succotash.
I think social media in its infancy and before everything went to shit on the internet, social media was cool. I used to have a Twitter, I used to have Facebook, I used to have Instagram, but maybe it's just I got older. Maybe the internet just sucks even more now, but I could not see myself getting back on Twitter.
Got something for you.
Oh, Cerberus! Hey, Kubo, welcome to the stream. Bad dog! God, I got obliterated by them. You die so quickly in this game, it's scary. Twitter's where you go to get most of the information you need from, but it's definitely gotten icky. Between the bots, the AI, and the amount of kids and teenagers on the internet, I feel like Twitter has to be a cesspool of just awful, constant awfulness. And I know it's a very pseudo-intellectual, like, oh, I'm better than you because I don't have Twitter. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say with it. I'm not trying to be on that sort of wave. But I'm just saying, if I were on social media today, I would probably be an angrier person. Doris. The giant is rising. Face the might of the Nazi zombies in their heartland. This is where it all began. This is where the master plan took shape. This is where it ends? I'm not beating any of these, by the way. We're gonna do this map and then we're gonna go back to Noctur and Totem. We're in freaking Wolfenstein, bro.
Someone go turn the power on.
Alright, turn the power on. 2 unlockable maps in this game. I don't know if it was this game or Black Ops. There's also a ton of mods for this game if you have it on Steam, which I might check out in a future stream where you can like play Nazi zombies in a KFC or in Princess Peach's castle, those mods are great. We might do a separate Nazi zombies mod stream. The Super Mario 64 Nazi zombies mod is awesome. You don't think it's Black Ops? Your brothers didn't buy those? It might be this game. It's been such a long time since I've played World at War. Let's see. Gotta turn the power on once again.
Gun's getting hungry. Time to feed.
Low ammo. I need a rifle. Oh, this is the shitty rifle, right? Yeah, this is the bolt action one. Damn it, I got the wrong one. This gun sucks. Okay. Yeah, I apologize for my abysmal gameplay. I'm really bad at first-person shooters, but I freaking love Call of Duty. Back when it was good. I'm a Call of Duty old head. Yeah, hope everyone's having a good night. After we do this, we're gonna check out Ocarina of Time ROM hack called Cursed Mansion. And then later tonight, we are going to do Creepypasta Corner, another installment. And I definitely can see myself doing a Nazi Zombies mod stream where we do all the wacky mods. Like Burger King, KFC.
Wonder how we can get to that.
Super Mario 64. This takes you back when you'd watch your brother play it, and you would watch, even though you would be scared of a zombie apocalypse happening. I was scared. I mean, the later Nazi zombie modes got so goofy that they no longer became scary, but the atmosphere in World at War is so good. Like, it's spooky. It's not pants-shittingly scary, but it's just so... It's like Resident Evil 4, where Resident Evil 4 is a super goofy, cheesy game, but it has such strong atmosphere that it still manages to be spooky. Black Ops 1 and 2 Nazi zombies, very good. Very, very good. But definitely not as scary.
Good target practice.
Azura, I know for a fact there's a Burger King mod and a KFC mod. People really like remaking fast food restaurants in Call of Duty. I gotta get rid of this gun. This gun sucks. Ooh. Kabloom.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's the one we have. Where's the other? Where's the cool gun? The cool rifle that's cool and badass. I gotta open up some of these doors. Okay. M1 carbine? I'll take that. I will take that. Again, it bears repeating, but you could find the biggest hater of Call of Duty and sit them down with Nazi zombies and they would have a blast. This is such a fun game mode. Oh no! Well, we're gonna go back to Nocturne Toten because I feel like that's the map that I can actually maybe make it to round 10. Listen to those double bass kicks, damn. I am so bad at first-person shooters. But you know what? I'm having fun, and that's what matters. Back to Nocturne Toten. I want to at least get the ray gun. I don't know, I don't remember what the odds of pulling the ray gun from the mystery box are. But I want it. I want the ray gun. This map I know pretty well. This is the one that I played all the time. My friends and I ignored the other maps. We just played this one. And the other maps are really cool, but this is the legendary, classic, iconic one. Kino der Toten in Black Ops 1 though might be better than that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to replay it and see. Here's a zombie behind me. Something just exploded. I wonder if the newer Call of Duty games even do the fun, goofy side modes like Sticks and Stones and One in the Chamber and Gun Game. Gun Game was awesome. You get a random gun. You hop in a game with a bunch of people, you get a random gun, and then whenever you kill somebody, you get a new gun. And sometimes it was based off a timer, I think, if memory serves me correct. Gun Game and Sticks and Stones were so much fun. Call of Duty used to have wacky-ass modes. And it might still, I'm not sure. I'm just assuming that it doesn't. This was when console shooters were kicking the shit out of PC shooters. Like, Quake was pretty much dead. Quake 4 dropped and it didn't sell super well, I don't think. Rareware wasn't making any more FPS games. No GoldenEye, no Perfect Dark. I think the last one we got was Perfect Dark Live, which I actually liked. Which is weird, because Rareware made the more linear sort of Halo Call of Duty type FPS game, where you do a mission, it's kind of more linear, straightforward, instead of Doom or Quake or Wolfenstein, where you get a big ass map and you have to explore it and find keys and stuff. But Rareware wasn't really putting out shooters. The company that made Time Splitters, which was comprised of former Rareware devs, they weren't really doing anything. It was mainly Halo and Call of Duty holding it down in terms of the FPS front on consoles. You know what I miss? I miss friggin' Unreal Tournament. In the computer lab in high school, we would play Unreal Tournament, I think 99 or 98. I don't remember which Unreal Tournament it was, but the last Unreal Tournament game we've gotten was 3, and that was 2007. And we're never gonna get a new Unreal Tournament or a new Jazz Jackrabbit. You want to know why? Because Epic Games is too busy with Fortnite. That would be knuckin' futz if Epic Games dropped a new Unreal Tournament on us. That would kick so much ass. I miss Unreal Tournament so much. Quake 3 Arena, or Quake Live, I think was the one on Steam that I played, which was really good. But when it came to multiplayer arena shooters, boomer shooters, whatever you want to call them, Unreal Tournament, that was my bag. Quake 1 is my favorite FPS game, but not for the multiplayer. I never played Quake 1 multiplayer. Quake Live or Quake Champions, whichever was the Steam one, it was based off Quake 3 Arena. I played the shit out of that, but Quake 1 I love for the campaign specifically. Did you know, here's a little fun fact miscellaneous trivia, Quake 1 came out a day before Super Mario 64. Pretty neat. Low ammo. It plinked off of his head. Did you see that? Shit. They're right in front of the gun, though. I need it. Give me. No, get off of me! It's so easy to get stun locked by the zombies. Okay. Opening this door. Max ammo. Double points. This guy's the last zombie, so I'm gonna let him shamble around while I rebuild the barracks. Refortify the place. Speaking of spooky atmosphere, the mystery box theme used to freak me out as a kid. It is so creepy. We'll hear the mystery box theme here in a moment. I always had the worst luck with the mystery box. I would get the shittiest guns. Once in a blue moon, I would get the ray gun or like an AK. You know what? Let's go for it. What is this, an AWP? Friggin' CSGO? Alright, sure. I'll take it. Alright, I'm delaying the inevitable. I feel like I'm doing pretty okay considering I haven't played this since I was 12. I think I'm doing pretty aight. Yeah, we're definitely going to check out Sniper Elite Zombie Army later this month as well. It was very much biting Nazi zombies, but Sniper Elite was so cool. Sniper Elite essentially was just Call of Duty, but a third-person shooter. But specifically Nazi Zombie Army it was like pretty on the nose. But it played differently because it was third-person shooter, and it had a sort of it had a different vibe. I don't know which one I would say is better necessarily, but we're gonna play it later this month. It had these Mortal Kombat style kill cams if you sniped someone from far enough away. That was a lot of fun. Oh god, I'm pinned. See what I mean? You can die so easily if you're just fumbling around. Mystery box didn't scare you that much? For some reason as a kid, it freaked me out. Spooky toy box, like music box song. It's so good. We're gonna run that back. I'm having a blast with this. We're gonna play this for like another hour probably. The music box is oddly calming to you. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Okay. This time, we're gonna not die. Big air quotes around not die. This has got to be a 22. This thing is pitiful. Can I get like a... Can I get a Desert Eagle or something? As if the Desert Eagle is also... Like, as if that's a practical gun. What we need like a Glock. That's what we need. Something that takes 45 ACP. We need a big boy pistol. This Colt, this is a baby pistol. Sniper. Hey, what are you doing over there? It took me 3 seconds to put these planks of wood up. You're just gonna tear them down like that? I don't think I could ever go back to playing a first-person shooter with the controller, even though that's what I grew up with. Mouse and keyboard is just so good. I disagree though with the people that say mouse and keyboard is the best way to play any video game, because like, you really want to play a platformer, a 3D platformer with a mouse and keyboard? Mouse and keyboard is great for FPS games and MOBAs, like RTS games, but for a platformer, I don't know about that. Who's banging on the door? Get out of here. Nobody's home. I use a phony voice when I say that nobody's home. I'm a liar, but I wouldn't say I'm wrong. Stop that. Sir. He's over here. He's in the building. He's no longer in the building. He's dead as hell. He got freaking obliterated. I so wish I had somebody to play this with. This would be such a fun stream if I could get my friends to play this with me. I don't even know if you can do online Nazi zombies anymore. I think it might just be a local thing. I don't know. Ooh. I just love the vibes of this map. It's so Halloween-y, it's so autumn, spooky. You can feel the cold, foggy air. Now I sound like a pretentious video game reviewer. It really makes you feel like you're in a Nazi bunker. Oh, this isn't good. Max ammo and double points. Nice, 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 nice. Kubo, you said you didn't play this as a kid because you were scared you would watch your siblings play it. Did you ever end up playing any of these games? You looked at Reddit, and to their knowledge, you can do it, but you have to be it has to be a fan-made client made for COD. I might look into that, because that could be a lot of fun. If, like, Yumi, Code, Doodle, Bernie, like, Zane, anyone who's available to, that would be a really fun stream. All of us playing this together. I wonder how many people can play in a single game. Probably 4. If it's online. That could be a lot of fun.
I'm shambling. I'm a Nazi zombie, see?
I don't know why he has like an old-timey American dick dastardly mustache twirling villain voice, but that's what that guy sounded like to me. Insta kill? Will you bet your bippy? Boom. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Oh, insta-kill is so fun. That's such a fun perk. Boom, 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 boom. These guys are getting freaking blended into a zombie smoothie. No more insta-kill. I think only 4 because of limitations and balancing, unless they do custom stuff. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. If it's not a pain in the ass to set up, I'll let you guys know, because that would be really fun to stream that. You haven't played this yourself? Oh, it's so much fun. I think the furthest I ever made it in World at War is probably round 10. I've never made it, like some people have made it to round 30, which is a serious achievement for this game. But unfortunately, I'm not FaZe Clan material. Alright, we're gonna open up some paths. Open this path. Go, 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 go! Okay. Low ammo. That's not good. I'm gonna pick the first gun I see off the wall. There we go. Shotgun. It's pretty punchy. Slow reload though. I got the kaboom perk. That was insanely lucky. Okay, we gotta replace this pistol as well. What is this?
Styling.
I don't know what that is. Okay. This trench gun is pretty nice, but I need to get another gun as a backup. I'm gonna get mystery box. Give me something good. Oh my god! Pinned against the wall again! You gotta be kidding me, man. These dudes eat at you. It is so easy to die in this game. You're way more durable in the later installments of Nazi Zombies. Not only that, but they have these huge hitboxes that you get stuck on. So if you even get close to it's hard to maneuver around them, you know? But that's what's fun about it. It's genuinely challenging. If I lock in, I might be able to make it to round 10. I was able to do it as a kid, so maybe I'll be able to do it as an adult. I think I was better at video games when I was younger, though. When you become an old man, like I am, you lose your gaming skill. Grow up! I'm 38 years old! Man, I could play this game for hours. Like, this is just such an addictive gameplay loop. Super arcadey. It's almost like a score attack game in a modern context. What do we got? Give it to me. I hear him shambling. I hear him hurgling. I'm surprised no indie devs have made their own take on Nazi Zombies. I could imagine a super goofy, cartoony version of Nazi Zombies. Like a survival game with multiple maps where you're trying to stay alive and rebuild your fortress or whatever, your bunker. But like really goofy and over the top. Like if you took Zombies Ate My Neighbors, mixed it with Brutal Doom, and then mixed it with Nazi Zombies. If that is a game that exists, if there's some indie game like that, I have not seen it, but that would be awesome. That's the thing though, no indie devs are even gonna know about how good Nazi Zombies is, because people hear Call of Duty and they go, oh, Call of Duty, that sucks. Oh, Call of Duty, haha, these games suck so bad. When they probably haven't even played them. At least play the good ones. Which, as far as I'm concerned, is any Call of Duty game that wasn't Ghosts. You know the worst thing about Ghosts? Got rid of the dolphin dive. I don't remember how to go prone on keyboard. It replaced the dolphin dive with, like, the slide move, which, to be fair, was pretty cool, but I think everyone was just doing that because Titanfall did it. We could slide, and then everyone saw that and was like, oh, this is cool. And they got rid of the dolphin dive, man. I was dolphin diving like a mofo. I think it's kind of hard because I feel like Zombies has been kind of overdone. Yeah, I think there's still something they could do with the gameplay loop, though. Like, they could reinvent it in some way. I don't know. Zombie video games, zombie media, like, everything under the sun has been done. I agree. But I think there's still room for innovation with like a super wacky survival mode game. Maybe do something like Smash TV, but a first-person shooter where you're going through essentially a dungeon. You're going from room to room trying to survive, but it's like crazy over the top. You're blasting the shit out of hordes of enemies. It doesn't even necessarily have to be zombies per se, but I think there's a lot of room to do some crazy stuff with just this gameplay loop alone. Alone, where you're trying to, you know, just survive in a like a bunker type area. I would stream the campaigns of Black Ops, but I know nobody would tune in for that. Black Ops 1 had an amazing campaign, man. I think it was the opening level where you're riding on the jet ski and shooting at people. So good. But I know if I streamed any of the Call of Duty campaigns, like, nobody would watch. You peep them because you used to watch your dad play these games? Well, if I ever do stream them, I'll see you there, Kubo. Grenade. I'm stuck again. I'm stuck. I should have opened the door. One silly mistake. You get pinned by a bunch of zombies, man. This is the most pitiful Nazi zombies gameplay I'm sure you've ever seen. But it is such a blast. This game is so fun, man. Don't remember this game being that punishing. It's punishing. I don't think there's a difficulty selection either. They definitely made the future Nazi zombie installments a lot more forgiving. Still hard, still difficult, but not as ball busting. All right, I didn't mean to press that. I meant to press the F button. We'll do like one more game after this one. I really want to make it to round 10, but I just gotta lock in. See, if I keep saying I'll lock in, eventually I will lock in. That's how this works. Hey! I had to go down to Home Depot and get all of these 2x4s. And you're just gonna tear them down so callously? Have you no consideration? Yeah, we definitely gotta check out some of the World at War zombie mods. I think somebody did a Five Nights at Freddy's map too, which is pretty cool because you can't actually explore Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria in FNAF. You just get the different camera angles, but somebody remade it as a Nazi zombies map. Still deliberating on if I want to stream FNAF 1 or 2 this year, because I did it last year, but I didn't beat it. I don't want to recycle too much stuff from last year. So far, the only thing we've recycled is Splatterhouse, but I might go back and try to beat FNAF 1. FNAF is a one and done, so you don't mind me doing it again. Yeah, I'm really considering restreaming it again. How far did we make it in last year's stream of it? Because it wasn't a multi-parter, it was just a one-off, and I think we made it to night 3 or 4. I really like the first 3 FNAF games. I think Scott Cawthon went off the freaking rails with the series and milked it, which I can't really blame him. He had a successful franchise on his hands by that point. But the first 3 FNAF games, I still enjoy. And when they came out in 2014, 2015, because he put out like 6 games in the span of 2 years, they were pretty innovative, because a lot of indie horror in the 2010s was like Slender clones, where you're walking around collecting stuff. FNAF was like, no, you're going to sit there and you're not going to move an inch. Which was really innovative for an indie horror game. I still think the vibes of the first 3 games are really good too. It's very scary. You do get used to the jump scares though. They kind of wear off, but don't really care for any of the sequels after the 3rd game. Or all of the game theory lore stuff. Yeah, that's not for me, necessarily, but... Whoa, what? How'd you get in here, bro?
You and your nose cannot fit in.
Okay, we're gonna get another gun. Double barrel boy. Low capacity, two shotgun slugs, but you know what? It's a shotgun. Classic double barrel boy. And I'm gonna refill ammo. I don't want to be put in a compromising position again. 2 slugs, but the bugs. Azura just hit me with a riddle in chat. I'm gonna have to decipher what it means. What that means? Do you like skateboarding? Nathan For You is one of those shows that I swear I rewatch the whole thing. Oh yeah. I watch the whole thing like every year. I rewatch the entire show. Oh! I didn't even hear him. Probably because I was yapping. Stop yapping and start cracking heads. That's a pretty good gun. Move, move, move! Come on, flag twirlers, move! I have the high ground, Anakin. Oh shit, hold up, I'm reloading, changing mags. Max ammo, baby. And double points. I keep pressing the goddamn grenade button because it's G, it's right next to F. They walk like toddlers do. I mean, they are zombies. That's the thing. When we talk about zombie apocalypses, in the most traditional sense, when it's the dead rising from their graves, I don't think they would be that scary, because after you undergo rigor mortis, you know, you don't have that much muscle fiber left in you. But if we're talking 28 days later rage virus, or the fungal virus from The Last of Us, that's scary. But if we're talking George Romero zombies that are literally rising from the dead, you could probably like kick them in the shins and they would disintegrate. Feel like they wouldn't be that strong? Yeah, they definitely wouldn't. But if it's rage virus 28 days later zombies, now that's scary. Insta kill, baby. Oh Jesus. And max ammo. Well, now you're just treating me here. Taking me out to a fancy dinner with this max ammo. And insta-kill. Pentakill! Pentakill! Okay. Hey, sir, do you want to die? You want to die? a Mandela effect. I remember there being an announcer that goes, kablooey. All right, I'm going to replace it with the trench gun. Maybe I'm thinking of Black Ops where there's a narrator. Hey, Corey, welcome to Nazi Zombies. Pentakill! The lack of feedback? Well, it's an M1A1. It's not a very high caliber rifle. I hear him hurgling. Ah! I'm gonna blast him. Then I started blasting. Changing mags. Oh, you gotta be... One zombie ran up on me and he was able to take my ass down in 2 hits. Oh, it's brutal. I love it though. I love how this game does not pull any punches. You make one mistake, even if it's just a silly mistake, like running into a corner and reloading, you're dead. You're done for. I love it. I love it. It's brutal. It's largely a skill issue on my part, but it's, man, this mode is so much freaking fun. We're gonna go again. I'm gonna keep going until I make it to round 10, or I get the ray gun from the mystery box. So at this rate, the stream is going to be 6 more hours. More indication that you're actually hitting. That's fair. Yeah, I can agree with that. This is a game from like 2009. I don't know, it feels good to pop the zombies' heads off, but yeah, I think I can agree. There could be more of a, like a confirm that you're actually hitting them. Perhaps they would play the MLG hit marker sound that they usually play. But for the first iteration of this mode, for the first installment of Nazi Zombies, this hasn't aged a day. It's still a lot of fun. This might be an L take, but please hear me out what I'm about to say. I was more of a Call of Duty Nazi Zombies guy than Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead is great, like iconic zombie video game, right? But I definitely put more time into these Call of Duty games than Left 4 Dead. I also sucked at the Left 4 Dead games, so that didn't help. There's a difference between the two. One's more arcadey than the other. Yeah, Left 4 Dead feels like there's more of an objective whenever you enter a game. It feels more controlled, maybe. This is straight up an arcade game. Like, this is an arcade game from the 80s, but in a modern FPS context. Which is probably why I like it so much. It's literally the closest thing to a brand new arcade game that isn't an indie game that is trying to be an actual arcade game, if that makes any sense. My only complaint with this is that the first 2 rounds are pretty slow, which makes sense. They're trying to ease you into it, but it doesn't start cooking until round 3 or 4. I'm gonna go ahead and open this door up real quick as a prophylactic measure. There we go. Mystery box. You will give me a ray gun. Just not now. But you will, eventually. I decree it. Going that way. Hey, stop breaking that down! I had to go to Lowe's and buy all these 2x4s, man. Or if I was from the Northwest, Menards. Save big money at Menards. We don't have a Menards down here in the Southeast. That's a Northwestern thing. Do I sound like I'm from North Dakota? Kablooey! Okay. How much ammo do I have? Running low. This gun isn't gonna, hold me out for much longer, but buy another magazine. I need to get rid of this shit-ass pistol, though. I swear there was somebody behind me. Then I turned around, there was no one there. Apparitions in the air, float without a care. In my vivid nightmares, when I wake, there's no one there. Bah! Oh! Running. I need a new gun. The double barrel boy. This is my boomstick. Feeling like the scout from TF2. Now, Left 4 Dead wasn't necessarily my bag when I was younger, but TF2 absolutely was. TF2 was the only multiplayer shooter that I really sunk any time into, and I haven't picked that game up in over a decade, but I have so many good memories with TF2. TF2 was the cultural zeitgeist of the early 2010s. On the internet, in video gaming, you couldn't turn anywhere on the internet without seeing something related to TF2. It was everywhere. It was such a big deal. What is this? Bar? This was the cool shotgun over here, right? Trench gun. Oh, I don't have enough money for it. I don't have enough moolah. Same thing's gonna happen again. I'm gonna get pinned against the wall. Oh, this is bad. I'm going upstairs. Can't get me up here. Stupid zombies. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. In a zombie apocalypse scenario where the dead are rising from the grave and eating people, I don't think the zombies are what you got to be worried about. The people, the panicky people on Earth, that's what you got to worry about. A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky animals. Oh God, I'm dead. Hold up. Wait a minute. I know how to lock in. Immediately dies. I know how to lock in. Immediately dies. Oh, beautiful. All right, we're gonna do one more round. So what I'm learning is the M1A1 is good at the beginning, but I need to replace it as soon as we get to like round 5. Because it is not going to cut the mustard for much longer after that. One thing I don't know if I like or not is how the zombies themselves become more durable with every passing round. I'm actually not even sure if that's the case, but it definitely feels like it. Adding more and more zombies and making them faster makes sense, but I don't know if making them durable, if I like that or not. But I also can't even prove if that is in fact the case. It certainly feels like it. Hey, get off of my lawn! Okay. We can go one or two more rounds with the M1A1, and then I'm gonna open the door, get a new gun. We gotta do this surgically. One fell swoop, and we get eaten alive by zombies. We gotta do this surgical. It's not as easy as putting on the funny SpongeBob music and locking in. I was a fool to think that that would be a good bit. Do you think the head popping sound was just a recording of somebody biting into an apple? And then like a squelchy sound laid on top of it? Audio engineering is fun. There's an old ass documentary about how the Star Wars sound effects were created, and it is so much fun learning about sound and audio engineering. Apparently the Godzilla roar is somebody rubbing like a cello with a leather glove or something, and that's like with a little bit of modulation. It could very well be. Yeah, it's like somebody bit into an apple and then they added like a squelch sound on top of it. Okay. Round 4, I think we should probably get a new gun. I'll keep the M1A1, but I'm replacing my pistol. I don't want the double barrel. Thompson? The freaking Chicago typewriter, baby. Leon Kennedy special, except it doesn't have the drum magazine. I wish it had the drum magazine. Double points. Bring him in. Whenever I get double points or insta-kill, it feels like there are no zombies to lay to waste. What if instead of them eating us, they just want a snack? But like what if they just want like I don't know, some celery and some ranch? Stick of celery and some peanut butter or some ranch. That's low-key a goated snack because celery doesn't really taste like anything. It just tastes like water. And, well, you know, ranch isn't necessarily the healthiest thing to put in you, but peanut butter's pretty good for you, so that's like a nice healthy snack right there. Crunchy. Tasty. Crunchy water. Pretty much, yeah. Celery has no taste, in my opinion. It literally has no taste. So you can dip it in ranch or peanut butter or, you know, whatever. Sir? This Thompson is pretty goated. I shouldn't be surprised. It's the freaking Chicago typewriter. Insta-kill. Crunchy. He turned around and left. He was like, nah, not today. Not today. All right. Let's see what we got. Give me something good. Revolver, 357 Magnum. Heavy duty pistol right there. They hunt elephants with these. Not a ray gun, but I mean, I can feel like a cowboy while I'm killing these guys. I just need a Marlboro and a cowboy hat. It's high noon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one zombie that FO'd is the last one. So we're gonna refortify the place and then take him out. It's high noon. I want the ray gun so badly. Come on, over here. Over here, that's it. Over here. Gonna open this pathway up. Bum bum ba ba. Banana bum bum ba banana 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 bum banana bum banana. Don't get near me. Hey. Bad dog. All right. There we go. Oh, I didn't get a headshot. Damn, that would have been cool. Let's hunt some zombies. Of course, none of them spawn from this side when I'm up here. Yeah, they're all gonna come around from the other side. Okay. Oh, they're behind me! Oh! One more game. One more game. One more game. One more. One more. One more. One more. One more. I'm gonna upload this VOD to YouTube, and like FaZe Blaziken or some goated MLG Call of Duty player is gonna see this VOD, and they're going to shed a single tear, like that one Native American PSA. Just one singular tear rolls down their face out of sorrow and disappointment. Okay, so the 357 Magnum is a cool revolver, but that wasn't really helping me out too much. So I'm gonna stick with the Thompson, the Chicago typewriter. That was serving me pretty well. So yeah, the later rounds are tough. I'm also just making silly mistakes, like pinning myself against a wall consistently. I could stream this for like 3 more hours, but I won't sit you guys through that. I won't subject you to that torment. My MLG Zombies gameplay. Is this game the one where you can do a 360 no-scope? That's just about every Call of Duty game. Call of Duty popularized the 360 no-scope and the crane shot. And the dolphin dive. I can crouch. I don't know what the key is to go prone. That's how you dolphin dive. But I don't know what key it is. Hey! You know what would be really impressive? If somebody was able to do a 360 no-scope on GoldenEye for the N64. GoldenEye is a great game, but it has aged like milk. There are a number of fan-made ports, and there was the unreleased Xbox 360 remaster. There are ways to play a more modernized version of GoldenEye, but if somebody was able to do a 360 no-scope on an N64 controller, that person deserves a Purple Heart and like the Medal of Honor. Is going prone like going ghost? Well, that's the objective, is to not be seen. Going prone is when you're laying down. Hey, can you? Thank you. I miss dolphin diving. I mean, I'm not gonna front. The slide was pretty cool in Ghosts, but it wasn't as cool as dolphin diving. Hey, buddy. Oh, who got how? I didn't even hear him. That one didn't count. That was bullshit. I literally didn't even hear him. We're running that back. We're running it back. That one didn't count. Run it back, run it back, run it back. I genuinely didn't even hear him behind me. Man, this game rocks. I don't think the campaign was as good as Modern Warfare or Black Ops, but you play this game for zombies. Black Ops 1, though, I kind of... Maybe next month I want to stream the campaign. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Where's Reznov? They should have put, what's his name from Modern Warfare? Soap McTavish. They should have put Soap in Smash Brothers. Bar of soap? That would be funny. I'm sure somebody's made a mod of that where they replace Soap's model with a literal bar of soap. Yo, look at the number in the bottom right. Dude. Like it's lit. Loud. That loud pack. That perp. That dank. You want to smoke this spliff? I'm smoking zombies like I'm smoking spliffs. There you are. Buckaroo, you better not be doing what I think you're doing. You're breaking in, buddy. What are you doing? Save big money at Menards. Okay. We're doing good, I think. Round 3. I'm gonna open up that door. After this round, we're gonna get the Thompson. See, if the Thompson had the drum magazine, like the Chicago typewriter, it would be the best gun in the game, no doubt. Where you at? Over here? Hello, friend. Not again. I keep doing this shit. Owie. Maybe I shouldn't have put the grenade button right next to the rebuild barrier button. Let's open this door up. Once again, we're going to keep the M1A1, but we're going to replace the pistol. If I was... Now humor me here. If I had 2 Thompsons, akimbo style, would that make them the Thompson twins? Hold my heart, stay with me. I got a picture. You on my wall. I'm telling you, 1980s English, British, like new wave and electronic, so good, man. Bill Collins, Genesis, Thompson twins, probably. I think so. Whoa! You guys got here quick. Hold my heart. Oh! Wow. Why can I never get double points when there's a bunch of zombies tailing me? Mystery box. It's got the banana clip, but I don't think this is a Kalashnikov. Is this an AK? No, I don't think so. STG 40. Maybe it is. I mean, it's got the banana clip. Kind of the hallmark of the AK. If they can use real brand names like Colt, though, why not call this one the AK-47? I don't know. Again, I'm not a guns guy, so... Pretty good pull from the mystery box, huh? Oh, Savannah! Spray and pray. Insta kill. Oh, we got this. Oh, we freaking got this, fellas. We're gonna make it to round 10 in no time. You bet your bippy. I think that's the third time I've said that phrase in this one stream alone.
Yeah, see? You bet your bippy.
The problem with the mystery box weapons is when you run out of ammo, you kind of have to discard the weapon. Because you can't buy more ammo for it. I think we got like 1 or 2 more magazines left in this thing. I'm gonna miss my Kalashnikov. Shit. Get off of me! Get out of here! I panicked, but it worked. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'll pull out the Thompson. Grenade. Alright, this is where we meet our end. Jump over him! There's no way that bro couldn't have jumped over him. Come on! Bruh. Bruh. Oh, this is such a fun game, but if I don't wrap this up, we're just gonna keep playing it all night. I would not be opposed to doing another zombie stream, though. Definitely gonna check out Black Ops 1 zombies, and we might do some mods for World at War, because there's some wacky-ass mods. And if I can get multiplayer set up, doing a stream of it with my friends would be cool. But I'm gonna see how much of a pain in the ass that is. So that was Call of Duty World at War, not Nazi Zombies. We're gonna come right back here in a moment with Zelda 64 Cursed Mansion. I'm gonna go offline for like 15 minutes and then we will be right back.